this out of here. I'm gonna have to carry it around and run with it because it looks like it's about to do some serious rain.
Just in the street forever.
Don't get me wrong, it's not that I don't appreciate the help, but I kind of wanted to take the wheel and tyre off myself. And yesterday, during the rainstorm, I pulled a bit of a sick. So Dad's just gone ahead and done it instead. I mean, well, that cuts out like all my footage. Trump. Oh well, never mind. Yeah, so now I guess all we have to do is put the tyre on. Yeah. Well, that's not at all vexating, is it? It's off the ground. I can move it a bit. I probably shouldn't, but I will. So, it's a 120 1919. This is the original one. It was sharp, really, honestly it was. It didn't hold air at all. We've got this massive crack going across it. That's just the tyre where I think it's just dry rot and it's just rotted away and cracked. And we have multiple cracks on it. On the other side as well, the tyre wall had just it started to go away. And we got another crack here. That was where the wheel was actually eating into the tyre, where this was the flat spot. See, all around the edge of the tyre as well, it's all just broken apart. Obviously it held zero air whatsoever whilst it was on the bike. The thread was not too bad. Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and change that. I'm gonna go and throw that back inside the rubbish pit in favour of a brand new tyre. Yes, it is a knobbly tyre. It's an off-road tyre. I've had this for a while. I brought it way back. I saw this picture and I thought, oh my god, that looks cool. Pause. Okay, now I've seen the comments and I know what a lot of you people think about having a front dirt bike tyre on anything other than a dirt bike, and let me just explain myself for a second here. So in rural Gambia, I'm not sure about like the rest of the places, this is kind of what the road looks like. You have the road, which is this bit here. We don't have a sidewalk, we don't have a pavement. We have this bit, which apparently is also the hard shoulder, and then we have that bit. Now that bit is apparently supposed to be the pavement, but that is the part that's directly after the road. So when you come off of the road, when you go down there, you don't always know what condition it's in. So you could have things, for example, like loose rocks, you could have gravel, you could have grasslands, things like sand, earth, anything really. It could be anything at the side of the road. So obviously coming up onto the road and also getting off of the road, you don't know what condition the road is in, you don't know how loose it is. Kind of wouldn't hurt to have a little bit more grip on the front tyre. Obviously if you had that on the back tyre as well, then you'd have more grip off-road, but on the road it wouldn't work so well. You'd be like slipping and sliding everywhere. If the road is wet, if there's any kind of oil slick, it's going to be a big issue. I also really like the chunky tyre at the back, and I don't want to swap it for an off-road tyre and have to go for a smaller wheel, so I'm more than happy to just do the front. And if you don't like it, then I'm sorry, just don't look at it. Plus it's on your front tyre, you can change it afterwards. I know people are going to be like, oh my god, it's a silly idea, you know, you could have done X, Y and Z other thing, but I'm going to do it anyway. But thank you for your concern. Since it's going to be Dad's bike, Dad has quite outdoor friendly activities as hobbies. For example, he likes going fishing and things like that, so I just kind of thought maybe an off-road cruiser would be kind of cool. The rear tyre, although it is dirty, it's actually in pretty good condition. It still has its little tags on it. The thread is nice, and it's also holding air really nicely. It's held this air since I dragged it into the old garage and started work on it, which was December last year. So yeah. excited. So my dad just got a call from the shipping guys and we have stuff ready to go and collect. Remember I said that the Fundora will probably show up sooner rather than later on the channel. So we have Fundora parts in there and I'll explain to you a bit more about the Fundora. We'll probably do a Fundora video very soon. There's parts for Shadow in there I think as well. The only thing is the shipping place is like 2 hours away and it'd be way cheaper, probably about 4 times cheaper if we just go and collect it and spend our own fuel and get it rather than hiring out a vehicle and stuff like that. It's also the van that we use when we're going further out. For example, if we're going down to the beach, there's no AA, there's no RAC, there's none of that good stuff here. So if you break down on your bike, you're literally on your own unless you have a friend who can come and pick you up, which we don't. So yeah, we use the van for things like that. We'll put all the bikes in it and we'll drive down to wherever we're going, we'll drive around in the area and then we'll come back because we live quite far out. So it's kind of important that we go and get it fixed. We should have fixed it before, but we've had loads of things to do. Obviously we're still working on the restaurant. We're hoping to open in November. It is a lot of fun, but it's really tiring. So it was something that we had to do but kind of put off, but now it's an emergency. We need to do it so we can go and collect our stuff. So yeah, the only thing is our van is having some issues. It's having some clutch issues, I think. I really am not entirely 100% sure. I don't know anything about cars or vans or anything. I mean, I don't really even know anything about bikes, so if you guys have been watching from the beginning, you know my mechanical skills are just like completely rubbish. So I haven't got a clue, but I'm gonna go and help. So I'm gonna go ahead and go and help him out. So we will do tyre changing when we get back, hopefully soon.
Or maybe take it off for access. Definitely gonna have to somehow, some way, remove this. But in that case, I'm not going to do for the one that actually sprays out.
Okay.
The original engine was knocking us so the gas station that was there with big beard as well. I think it was big beard doesn't necessarily, an Asian doesn't necessarily mean you're Muslim, but still. Yeah, I can hear it, yeah. So I thought I'd do a bit of research and I thought, there's engines there. What did you say this? I'll search it.
Okay, so here we are back with the Shadow. It's just because I really want to get the bike pushed to see if it will actually start. And before we do anything else, I definitely want to get this done now. So we're gonna put this on the bike. So I do actually have access to a time machine, but the only thing is it doesn't have the profile. Like there's apparently some extra pieces that go on it for motorcycle wheels. We don't have that here, and I also don't have access to someone who does have it. So let's see how this turns out, because I don't have a plan B, so it just has to work. Please don't have my foot. I wish I could show it you properly, but the sun's going down and it's getting dark, but that is shiny. Let's put it next to the bike so we can get a kind of look for it. Stay. Ta-da! I like it. Oh my gosh, I actually really like it. Why am I saying that in a surprise kind of way? I do really like it. I like it. I'm kind of glad that I did just the front with the knobbly tyre and not the back. Yeah, I kind of like it. It's a bit kind of more aggressive almost. I don't know how to describe it. We have a bit more work to do on it. Obviously we need to put it back on, but I'm kind of noticing where it's sat. Obviously it's not on the physical bike yet, but I think we might have some issues rubbing a bit. The tyre and the wheel actually goes in like it's fully aligned, and obviously it kind of doesn't look like that semicircle curve is gonna fit nice and snug over that curve. It might be a bit of a problem, but we'll have to see once we put it in. And as much as I would absolutely love and adore to do that right now, the sun is going down and it's been quite a big long day for me. I've been a bit in the restaurant today, so I'm gonna have to clean up right now, and yeah, sad time. Alright guys, that is all we have time for today. Thank you so much for watching this episode. I hope you enjoyed it. Look forward to seeing more work that we're going to do in Shadow, as well as maybe start getting ready to start moving things around in my garage, in my new area, hopefully. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you in the next one. Bye for now.